Hello everyone and welcome on the hype train, because you're watching an Old Belgian Otaku, and this time Otaku is the keyword because of course that's Japanese, and the game that I've been dreaming of is finally arriving. After trying it with Future War Commander and Mecha Top and everything, there is actually going to be a Gundam game coming out of October after 3 years of development. Gundam Assemble, made by Bandai itself, is coming to the stores. And well, this is ruffling up quite a few feathers in wargame communities, because well, we're talking Bandai, that's a company more than 10 times the size of Games Workshop, so it's not like it's some small Kickstarter company that tries something. No, this is the real deal. These are the guys that have their own anime studio, make about every toy that you can have in Japan, so think a company the size of Hasbro or Mattel or the likes. And they have, of course, Gunpla, a hobby in its own. And what's more, these figures are actually 1/300 scale, except for the spaceships. Gunpla models using these same technologies, articulation and everything. So they're gonna be push fit, but not the, no offense, not so good push fit that GW uses, but really smooth clicking push fit systems. So yeah, this is something really looking forward to, especially because it's a hex-based game, has some terrain. You can find on the official Gundam Assemble channel playthrough and everything. So it's a game that's going to be with phases, turns, your activations and your actions are going to decide how many points you go forward. And what's also nice is you don't have the ability to be tabled, because if your Gundam is destroyed, he will return 2 phases onwards. And well, you won't have that thing of like, oh look, I've painted hours and hours on this Wing Zero Gundam, and then 1 shot later you can put him back in your box. It's never a fun thing for any wargamer in any game, so they circumvented that as well, think a bit of the Gundam video games and everything, that they basically respawn or are repaired, as they say, in their lore and everything. Now, what's more, being the behemoth that they are, of course, imagine if it gets a success. They own about every franchise bar Pokemon, which is Nintendo company, but apart from that, they also make Pokemon figures, so they can probably sort something out. They can make it for so many franchises if it works out. It will never be Saint Seiya, unfortunately, my all-time favorite anime, but yeah, pretty close. Now, they also already have a lot of releases planned. They're gonna start normally around the 31st of October, 30th of October, no, 31st is 31-day month, with the starter set, which includes generic suits, well, from more franchises like the Wing from Endless Waltz, and the Epion from Gundam Wing, the Barbatas from Iron Blooded Orphans, and of course Granddaddy Gundam himself, the RX-78 too. And coming together with that is also a paint set which has some alternate skulls for RX-78, as well as a gun cannon and gun tank, and a deluxe set 1. Now, deluxe sets, they are basically a set battle from the anime, from one of the many franchises that the Gundam series incorporates, because you have a lot of different timelines and everything. So there's something for everybody's taste. I personally, I love Seed and Seed Destiny, followed by G Gundam and 00. So yeah, there's something for me in the pipeline anyway. But that's a Universal Century, so classic series, the original 1979 based series. So you got Charles Zaku and the RX-78. Now, as you hear, there's already 3 RX-78 versions, but they all have different cards, because it's also a bit of a deck building and war scroll game, so they have different abilities with different powers and everything. So you can't take duplicates, but you can take different variants apparently. So you can take a team of 3, because most games are 3 versus 3 for a standard game, of 3 RX-78s if you want, just as long as there are different ones. But also coming immediately are expansion packs 1 and 2. Now, expansion packs, they are like most of the time 3 suits, sometimes only 2 little sets within a set universe. So the first ones are going to be also Universal Century, but Unicorn, which is one of the latest installments in Universal Centuries, the big statue that lights up in Japan, that opens up. And then the other one is for the more recent Witch of Mercury with the aerial gun and everything. Was a great anime series, by the way. And then we're gonna get later on expansion. Well, later on, that's like a month later, expansion pack 3, which has also Universal Century, but then the Goof and then Zaku tank and everything. And then that's what I'm really looking forward to. Expansion pack 4 is gonna be Gundam Wing with the Wing Gundam and heavy arms and that side. Now that's the basic wing from the Gundam Wing series, and not the Endless Waltz wing that you get in the starter set, but it has heavy arms, and that's one of my all-time favorite suits, together with probably the Freedom and the Dynamis Gundam. And then we're also gonna get, and that's one that I'm also looking forward for, Deluxe set number 2, and well, they are still all silhouetted from now on, but I can tell you what's it all about, because well, I'll just know what the silhouettes are. It's Deluxe set number 2 is gonna be Gundam Seed, because you can see the Strike and the Buster, but also the Archangel. Now spaceships, they are, as I said, in a smaller scale, because otherwise it would be huge, because they launch the Gundams and everything, so they would be bigger than your table on 1/300 scale. But then, and we're gonna get expansion pack 5. It's also Gundam Wing, but that's gonna be 6 Marquis Stall Geese and some Leo generic suits. Leos are that century's version of Zaku's, basically your grunt type bad boy run-of-the-mill battle suits. Then number 6 is a 2-pack, and that was right down my alley. Well, almost. It's a Seed Freedom from the movie that came out now 1.5 years ago, and it has, of course, the newest version of the Freedom Gundam, and also of the Atron Zalas Justice Gundam, so that's pretty cool. And then we got one that I'm less excited about, but I'm gonna buy it all anyway. The geeky Wix, or whatever you pronounce it, the most recent series with the redesigns of the RX-78 and everything, but well, it was called the White Gundam. There you had the Red Gundam. It was a very strange series. It was good, but it was weird. A bit of a tie into other centuries, but yeah, that's expansion 7. And then we get something new. Or new, well, the first time they're going to release it is going to be Scenario Pack number 1, which includes Universal Centuries, Charged Zaku, and 2 regular Zakus. No idea what these packs really are going to do. They haven't released much about that, so we know Deluxe are big sets with 10 to 15 miniatures about a certain battle in the franchises, and yeah, starter set is a starter set. Expansions are just figures and cards, but what scenarios are going to be, probably more tiles or something. There's also something, by the way, that I have to say. The deluxe packs will have mats, and they will not always be the same as in the starter set. So terrain gets bigger, because you're gonna have 5 versus 3 games and everything. So it's pretty cool, pretty different. So it's not all on the same standard size mat. Every mat also has a different scenario layout, so where to put the terrain and everything, and the garrisons. But as I said, for that, look at the playthrough video that's on the official Gundam Assemble channel. After that, we're gonna get 2 more expansion packs for now that are already announced, and we're nearing March 2027 now, so they really have a big plan, and it's not like they don't have the supplies to make them anyway. That's one based on the original movie in the Universal series. So you're gonna have the Sasabi, gorgeous red battle suit, and the new Gundam. Also, Amaru Ray's lost Gundam suit before they both fell. Lovely design, so looking forward to that one. And the well, Universal Century Earth Federation set, which has a GM and another RX-78, because you could have something else than RX-78s, of course. And then the final thing that has already been announced is Deluxe set number 3, and that's going to be all about G-Fighter, which was actually the first Gundam series I ever saw. Most people started with Wing Gundam. That was the first one that popularized the Gundam franchise in the Western world, somewhere mid-90s. I was a bit old, a bit before that with G Gundam. It was a bit of a Kung Fu Gundam show. It was hilarious, but it was also great. The Shining Finger of Mine, oh, Doman Kaji, you were super. And I just hope, if it was only for fun's sake, that they include the Neo Holland Gundam in there. Every country had their own Gundam, and the Holland one had a windmill design, so it was fantastic looking, but so silly looking model. It probably will be the Noble Gundam, God Gundam, Burning Gundam, those Master Aegis Gundam, probably those ones. That's gonna be in there, but we'll see when we come to that. Gundam Rose, Gundam Maxter, Gundam Rose also pretty cool, the French one with the Napoleonic look. was very stylish suit, but that's far away. Then we're talking March 27, and that's it what they have already shown with kind of silhouetted releases and everything. But in the product line they also did a bit of a sneak peek what's gonna be beyond that. And Gundam Zeta is coming, Gundam Double Zeta is coming, so especially Zeta for the Zeta Gundam I really look forward to. And Gundam 00 and Seed Destiny will also be in the well, the plans for after March. So the Freedom is coming, the Dynamis is coming. I'm so bloody hyped for this game. Well, I think it must have been since the original release of the Castle Wars back in 1994 that I am so motivated to start doing it. Well, then again, I also have heaps of Gunpla and heaps of repainted Gachapon Gundams for all kinds of games, or using all kinds of games, 6mm games, 10mm games. So yeah, I'm never gonna deny that I'm a bit of a Gundam freak. I have my waifu tattooed on my leg and everything, so it's probably no surprise to anyone that I'm really looking forward to the Gundam Assemble game. And yeah, let's just look forward to it. I'm also organizing already something. Next year is gonna be in November, probably a tournament style or a friendly tournament style, not nothing too official, but we're gonna push that game because we're so looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted. And well, contrary to other games, I'm determined once the game starts hitting to do individual looks at every Gundam with their cards and tactics and everything. So expect to see a lot of Gundam Assemble on this channel in the, well, at least coming year. So hope you stick with me, and hope you enjoy it. If not, well, there's gonna be other content. But if you do and you want to help out the channel a bit, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a comment, even buy me a coffee. The link is down below. And well, everything will of course as always go back to the channel itself. So but for now, see you next time, and may your God Clipper never desert you. Bye-bye. For watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels, so you can have a look there, or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content. And if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks, and bye-bye.